Hey guys, at the time you're watching this, there is going to be 1 day and 3 hours left in season 1. And so now is the time to buy and to kind of grind and kind of get all your points. You don't want to do this tomorrow because then you'll be waiting too long. You don't want to wait till the last second because you want to make sure you get it all the season rewards. You transfer those into your inbox. You kind of do everything just to make sure. I'm sure if you're kind of already calculated to transfer it automatically to your inbox, but every once in a while there's a glitch, or just don't risk it, okay? So now is the time to start buying, okay? And I'm gonna coach you through how to buy because sometimes it's not worth it. Like at the very end, there's definitely parts of this that I'm like, if you got to this point, you need to buy. Like it is worth it. It is the best purchase. If you spend any money on this game, now's the time to spend money. But if not, then so I'm gonna walk you through it. So first, I want to give a big shout out to Jimmy Jules. I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but he kind of got the free-to-play side and the pay-to-win side on all of the different levels, which so this was helpful. I also had another guy type it out for me, and so that was helpful. We're gonna mostly do it from here because that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But I was able to use those to kind of calculate a little bit of the worth here. So this is on the pay to win account. I don't know if you're going to be watching this video first or my pay to win episode where I, basically buy 260,000 influence points. But regardless of whether you've been watching or not, we're going to talk about whether or not it's worth it to spend money on this game. So immediately you can see here. So if you're going to spend money, the first thing you do is you're going to buy, the premium plus 10 is going to be your best bet, right? It's $10, you get 10 levels. And so let's talk about the first 10 levels. Okay. Is it worth it to spend $10 on the first 10 levels? Well, some of these items are not, really that valuable. Like, getting influence points are not that valuable. Getting this family sword is not that valuable. Even this horse, even though it's nice, is not really that valuable. Planks aren't valuable. A lot of the free-to-play stuff isn't that valuable. Now, I recommend, and I've already covered this a lot, you're going to want to grind for as much as you can first. And if you're still at level 1, you should grind at least like 10 levels, okay, before you buy the premium plus 10, okay? It's going to be real easy. You could do Odin's once and get all the way past 10. Okay, so, and then you're going to get more bang for your buck. But I'm just in case, I want to cover everyone. So everyone starts with 1. So we're going to talk about getting 2 through 11 if you just bought that premium plus 10. And the answer, and you're also going to get these rewards right here. So let's talk about these different rewards, and let's kind of break them down. So I'm just going to mention a few real quick. We got the orb that's worth 40 gold. We've got technically this wild horse is worth a lot, but we're not going to count it because you can get it in your stable. I mean, it is worth something, so we'll factor it in. This right here, this white northern wolf, is definitely not something you can buy anywhere else. This chest, we're going to talk a lot about the dragon chest later. It's worth quite a bit. It's definitely worth at least 50 gold. And then we've got this, which I'd say is worth 50 gold. And then we've got some steel plates, which, when they're on sale, they're really on sale. But those steel plates is worth at least 5 gold coins. And so those are the real big ticket items. And then we've got the marks. And there's actually 40 steel plates, so it's 10. And then we've got the shoulder bag. So let's go into the shop. Shoulder bag you can only get through the instigator pack, and then the savings packs as well. So you can see buying this is 190 gold. This is not worth it though. That's the problem. Is even though you could see, I'm getting 190 gold worth, it's not worth 190 gold. No one should buy these packs, okay? If you just watch my tutorials, you're going to get lots of blue gear. It's never worth it to buy this blue gear for 190 coins, okay? Instigator pack can be worth it. The backpack is a big part of that, but the instigator gear is also really nice to have, especially if you are going to have a mixture of paying and playing, because the instigator gear helps so much when playing the game. And like I said, the orb is 50, or the orb is 40 gold. Getting dispel potions is probably, I would say, if we divided this up and what's valuable in here, it's worth another 30 gold. Mercenary marks, getting 20 mercenary marks is 150 gold. Okay, so when we take these first 4 levels, I'm gonna say it's worth about 300 to 400 gold coins. And so if you go over here to gold coins, 350 gold coins is worth 10 US dollars. So essentially, so I would say it's kind of a wash. Okay, so basically the first 10 levels are kind of a wash. You can get these rewards. I mean, you can't get a dragon weapon, so maybe if you're a Thrasher or a Berserk, this might be like, oh yeah, it might tip the scales. Or if you don't have an animal yet and you really want to get a northern wolf, or like you really like the white wolf, that could tip the scales. But I'm just gonna talk on like neutral, like no personal preferences, and I would say this is a wash. Okay, you can, if you spend money on something else in the game, you're going to be able to spend on, basically if you spend on the coins themselves, you're going to be able to choose what you want. So I would not actually recommend it, because then you have the choice of getting exactly what you're wanting. And so I would say it's probably not worth it to just get the premium plus 10 unless you've done a little bit of farming. But like I said, just one day of farming, you can easily hit level 11. And then at that point, let's go from like 11 to let's go 11 to 20. I don't think anyone's going to be spending the plus 5, the $6 on the plus 5 levels this low. You'd be kind of crazy to do that. I don't think you should. I mean, I did on this account, but I did that specifically for entertainment. It's not a smart way to use your money. Just grind one day, and then by the premium plus 10, you'll get a lot more rewards. So let's look at 11 through 20. Okay, we've got the first 4 is not that great. You got some maple, you got some steel plates, which is good. That's okay. Again, this is not worth 190 gold. This set is not worth it. However, this assassin set is definitely worth maybe 100, 150 gold. And then this silver, I mean 100 silver is worth literally like, 20 gold. Like you can only get silver, well, you can get it through quests, but the biggest way to get silver is to pay for it. So, but then you get 700 influence points, which for a free-to-play player, who cares? But for a pay-to-win player, 700 influence points is really good. So, and then you get, we're looking at 60 steel plates. That's worth quite a bit. You got this, which is worth a little bit. And then we've got this dragon support staff. This is one of the rarest. It probably is the rarest weapon in the game right now. You can get it through 2 times on this whole thing, and that's it. Everyone can only get it twice, even if they spend a lot of money. It's the one item that won't show up later when you're getting dragon chests. So it's a very rare item. It's very valuable. Level 20 is, in my opinion, the most valuable category in the game, because it's just so exclusive. It's got the rarest weapon in the game, the dragon support staff. You can't get a lot of this. It's very limited right now, and it's got an emote. You can do a backflip, and that is also very rare. So if you're like, man, I don't have time to play, but I do have some money to spend, then I would say just grind for 1 day or 2 days, get to level 10, and then buy to level 20. Okay, because then you're going to get, that's going to be worth it. Just for level 20 itself is going to be worth quite a bit of money. You get at least, I mean, I would say that this is worth at least 200 gold. I'm counting the backflip is worth like 75 gold coins, just because it's so unique and rare. Even though it's available to free-to-play players, if you're not there, you gotta spend the money. It's just worth a lot. So this level 20 is worth it. And then when you calculate this other stuff, we're looking at, again, maybe like 500, 600 gold. It's kind of hard to put a quantity on influence points, because to a really pay to win player, influence points are going to be worth a lot to you. because you can't get them by spending money. This is the only way to spend money on influence points. But if you're a pretty big mixture of free-to-play and paying customer, then you're going to be you're not going to be as motivated by the influence points. So it's kind of hard to put a measure on this, but I would say if it weren't for level 20, it would not be worth it. It'd be kind of like the first 10 levels, but it'd be kind of a wash. You know, you're still getting some good stuff, but with level 20, I would say it's definitely worth it. But again, even getting to level 20 is not that hard, and the best rewards in level 20 are on the free-to-play side. So, you know, if you don't have much time left, so if you haven't done any grinding in this update, then, you know, do what you can. But ultimately, I do think it is worth it. If you can get to level 10, that would be the first time I would say it'd be worth it to get the premium plus 10. Depending again, if you care about having these valuable weapons and having, you know, influence points and stuff like that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, you know, getting that premium plus 10, if you've gotten up to 10, you're still getting all of these rewards that I was saying earlier might kind of be a wash. So if you grind to 10 and then you get that premium plus 10, then it's definitely then it definitely worth it, because not only are you getting everything I said was probably worth it, but you're also getting all of these premium rewards. Okay, so that would be my recommendation for those of you who don't play a whole lot and you're not going to spend a lot of money, but you do want the maximum value for your $10 that you want to spend on the premium plus 10. That's it. Grind to 10, buy that premium plus 10 to get to 20. That's going to be what I would recommend for you guys. After that, so from here on out, I'm going to be talking about getting whether or not it's worth it to buy the $6 premium plus 5. Okay, it is going to be worth it. If you have not gotten premium plus 10, it is going to be worth it from here on out. Okay, because you're going to be getting that premium on all those other rewards. It's going to be worth it. And so if you got to, and then if you want to get the premium for $5 but not the premium plus 10, then I would say it becomes worth it at level 20. Let's say 20. Okay, so does that make sense? So premium plus 10 definitely becomes worth it once you hit level 10. Getting premium not plus 10 definitely becomes worth it once you hit level 20. Now let's start talking about whether or not you should keep paying $6 more to get 5 more levels. This first one is a definite no. Okay, $6 is equivalent to about 225 coins, and there's no value in here. Okay, so if you have only gotten to 20 and you've already bought premium, or and you're thinking, should I spend the 5? The answer is definitely not. Okay, level 21 to 25 is not worth $6, not even close. Don't do it unless you're gonna keep buying. But even then, this significantly devalues. I would say that this category is worth about 150 gold, maybe 150 gold in this category. So it is very low. Honestly, I would say it might even be worth just 100. You got the dagger, which is maybe worth 50. Maybe it's not even the best dragon weapon. Maybe it and the steel plates is worth 50. I don't even know if this is worth 100. Okay, 100 coins. So I cannot emphasize enough. 20 to 25 is not worth spending the $6. Okay, let's talk about 26 to 30. So here, I would say it might be worth it because two things. One, if you really need influence points, you get another 500 influence points. Two, you get this dagger, which I just said isn't that great, but then you get, again, the rarest weapon in the game is the dragon support staff right now. It's going to be a very valuable weapon. You could trade it, unless they add new ways of getting the dragon support staff, you're going to be able to trade the dragon support staff for 2 fire bows within a week of this update being over. And then if they still don't add anything, which eventually they probably will add a way to get them, but until they do, they're going to just keep going up and up in value. You'll be able to trade them for like 5 fire bows eventually, because they'll be so rare, and a team that really wants to have the best composition is going to pay a lot for them. So And they're going to get rare because they're going to start breaking, and they're going to be less and less in the game. The limit is 2 for everyone in the game. So they're going to get super rare. So I would say it is worth it to do the premium +5 if you're going to hit 30. Just for that staff is worth a lot. But then with the other, the influence points and all of that stuff, I think but it's not like crazy. I'm not like, I really think that staff is worth a lot, but we're not talking about like, oh, this is the best deal in the game. Okay, the next 5 is okay. You get a full set of mage gear, so if you're a mage, that might be pretty cool. If that might be worth $6 to you. You're getting, but I would say overall this probably isn't worth it. You probably don't need silver. 200 silver is not a whole lot. You get this, which is worth 50 gold, and I'll explain why that's worth 50 gold here in a little bit. But I would say 31 to 35 is not worth spending $6 on it. And what I mean by that is it would be worth it more to take that $6 and go just spend it on coins at the shop. Okay. And that's why I'd say it's not worth it, because you can have more choice on what you spend your money on in the shop and get more money with your coins. Okay, so then we go into 36 to 40, and I would say that this one is definitely closer to where you want to be. You get a fire bow, you get the best sword and shield in the game, and you get a dragon bite. Those 3 weapons, I would say, are worth 200. The fire bow definitely ups it, because the only way to buy a fire bow is either with one of the specialty packs, which is limited, or to mark Odin's, which is, really expensive. So, especially to do the forge. So the fire bow is probably worth 100 coins by itself. I know that sometimes you can get it for cheaper, but those are on those really special discounts. And then that new dragon sword and shield is worth at least 50 coins, if not more. And then the dragon bite is somewhere around there. So I would say it would be worth it to go from 36 to 40. Okay, then we get into 41 to 45, and you're getting a full set of heavy gear, which is good. Damage reflection potions, which is good. 60 steel plates, which is great. It has a gift to Odin, which is worth 150 coins if you buy them individually. I don't know why anyone ever do that. You need to buy them in groups of 10 to get them for 120. So it's worth something. I would say, let's say it's worth 100 gold coins. In my mind, that's gonna be what it's worth. So, yeah, I would say this is close to being worth it to spend that $6. It's meh. It's all right. If this stuff is like, yeah, that's the stuff I want, great. This next category is definitely not worth it. 46 to 50. Okay. A horse is not worth that much. These materials, you get 40 steel plates, which is good, but that's it. And, when steel rooms are on sale, which happens a lot, you can get lots of steel plates. The bag is not really worth that much, and this staff is kind of crappy. It's not a good staff. It doesn't really work with any of the classes right now. So it's just not good. This is definitely not worth it. 46 to 50 is not worth it. 51 to 55 is probably worth it. The dragon sword is amazing, right? It's got really good damage. It's the best sword in the game. It's the best damage for melee characters, for melee warriors, and you got some silver and some stuff, and you get the 50 coins. So actually, I would say it's not worth it, though. It might be worth it. Again, it depends on what you're really going for, but you're gonna get more out of what you spend in the shop if you just take that same money and put it in the shop. Okay, and then we got the last category here, where you're gonna get the resources aren't that great, but you are gonna get a level 1 Black Northern Wolf, which I think looks really cool. I've really enjoyed the Black Northern Wolf. You get another one of these chests, which is good. You get this weapon, which is good. So I would say, depending on how much that wolf is worth it to you, it's might be worth it. It's not a bad investment. So that's the 60 levels, and I'm going to do a real quick run through to kind of remind you guys which ones are worth it and which ones aren't. But before I do that, I want to go into the last section, and the last section is going to stay the same ad infinitum. And that is, if you are finished, if you have finished the thing and you're like, is it worth it to spend the +5, which you can see that I just did on this account, the +5 for the dragon chest? The answer is, if you like those deals that Kafir gives, where they, for like 225 coins, you can get 6 of a chest that has some really good stuff, then this is just as good as that. Okay, technically you're only getting 5 instead of 6, and it's about like $6 is worth around 225 coins, so it's about the same amount, but these rewards are better than the rewards you usually get in those chests. I mean, Firebow is going to be better than a lot of these items, but you know, usually you don't get 50 gold coins. So you're getting 50 gold coins almost every time you do it, so you're getting refunded. If you were going to spend 225 coins and get refunded 50 coins each time, then, I mean, it would... Actually, it's kind of a wash. It depends how many of these you get, but 500 silver is worth a lot of gold coins. 400 influence points, you can't buy this anywhere else. But the bigger deal is, this is the best sword and shield in the game. So if you are a protector, or if you have someone on your team that's a protector who's willing to trade with you, then this is going to be worth it. This is the best sword in the game. So if you're a thrasher, if you're a berserk, this is going to be worth it to you. And then this is the best dagger for the bandit, and it's really good dagger to have. It's the Jorgen killer. It's really good for Odin's in any way. It stacks with the piercing dagger. You can have both of them, apply their effects and reduce people's armor by 20. And then these are okay. The Dragon Bite's really good. The Armored Horse is really cool. If you guys haven't seen my video on the Armored Horse, it has really fast travel speeds. And then this staff is kind of lame, but it's still a purple weapon. It's just not the best weapon in the game. It doesn't compare with the Rast staff. So I would say, if you find those deals, which I usually do, find those discounted deals good, then this is almost as good as that. But you can also buy as many as you want. You're not limited. Like in that, you can only get one every time they offer it, or maybe sometimes 2 when they offer it. Whereas this, I don't think there's a limit. I think we can literally just buy as many as you want. So if you want to get really rich in the game and you really like buying those discounted packs, then this is definitely worth it, and really is worth it as long as much money as you have to do it. Like, you just keep going, buy as many as you want, and you're going to get a lot of rewards. So okay, so let's real quick recap. If you are just getting premium, just period premium only, then my recommendation is you need to get to level 20. Okay, get to level 20 free to play, and then get premium. It's cost you $5, and that's going to give you all of this extra rewards. And for $5, it's definitely worth it to get all of these rewards from 0 to 20 down there. Okay, if you are getting premium plus 10, then I would say you just need to get to 10. You just need 2,080 influence points. You can easily do that in a day. Go get it, and then get premium plus 10. Okay, if that's all you're gonna do, then that's where it becomes worth it. That's where it's better to spend money on this season than it is to go spend money on the shop. After that, I would say this is not worth it. This is probably worth it, just barely, depending on how much you want influence points and how much you want the most valuable weapon in the game. This is probably not worth it, but it's not bad. This is probably worth it. It's just under being worth it. And then we've got, not bad, but not that great. Definitely bad. Probably not worth it. And then probably worth it. So you guys have to decide whether or not, you want to push to the end. Like, for example, let's say you got to 45 and I just told you 46 to 50 is not worth it, but and 51 to 55 might be worth it. It's not that great, but it's okay. That's maybe a wash. And then this is probably worth it. You'd have to decide whether or not you want to spend the $6 that isn't worth it here to then get this one's kind of worth it, and then this is kind of worth it, and then these are definitely worth it. You're going to have to decide how much money you have to spend, and whether or not it's worth it to you. But to end this episode, so it's not just boring, just me just telling you numbers, I'm going to go ahead and take these 5 that I just bought, and I'm going to open them, all 18 of these dragon chests, and we're going to see what we get, and what the chances are. Let's see if they changed anything. Okay, so we got the 500 silver. That's worth, again, this is worth a lot because you're getting some pretty good rewards from it. Okay, so influence points are great. We're already max district, so it doesn't really help us on this account. We got a dragon bite, which is great. You got to keep in mind, anytime you get one of these bonuses, it's extra. Like you didn't consume 2 boxes, which is so nice. Okay, that was awesome. Wow, I got silver again. That was weird. Let's see if we follow the same pattern. The pattern's a little different, right? Yeah, the pattern's different. Okay, well, I want that horse. Oh, I got the stupid staff. I don't know if I'm going to get the horse. Ooh, dragon bite. I love it. Come on. Give me that horse. Oh my gosh. One more chance to get the horse. Dang it. Okay. I have a bear on this account, so I don't need the horse. Look at that, guys. So this is what it looks like to be crazy pay to win. I'm going to have so many dragon weapons. If you want to see me give away these dragon weapons, I'm going to do that either it's already come out in my last pay to win episode or in my next pay to win episode. I'm going to be giving away a lot of these dragon weapons to people, because that's the point of this pay to win account, is to give back to the Frostborn community. So if you want to see me do that, go check out that video. I hope this information was helpful. I hope you guys know now kind of what to spend money on this season. It's very lucrative. If you're going to spend money, it's very lucrative. Again, if you're just getting premium, it becomes worth it. Again, if you're just getting premium, it doesn't become worth it until you get to level 20. Okay, it's not. You might as well just spend your money on the shop instead until you get to level 20. As far as if you're doing premium plus 10, it's not going to be worth it until you get to level 10. You need to push yourself up to level 20. And then after that, most of these things are not worth it until you get to the very end to spend that $6 extra. Otherwise, if you're not there, just go to the shop, spend your $6 elsewhere in the shop. It's not going to be that much of a better deal for you to buy in the season until you get to 55 on this thing. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of times where you spend that $6 and it just wasn't worth it. Okay. And it's not like this is so ridiculously worth it that you need to push through those levels. It's not that good. Okay. It's good, but it's not that good. So if you're still at like level 30, then just, get premium if you want to spend money, but then stop. Maybe get premium plus 10. That might be worth it because, it's only $5 extra for 10 levels instead of 6 levels. But after you get the premium or premium plus 10, preferably premium plus 10, I really do think premium plus 10 is going to be worth it pretty much every time. Like if you get to level 20 and you're like, okay, Forza said I can buy premium, getting premium plus 10, well, yeah, I mean, it's still like, it's a lot. I mean, 10 levels for 5 extra bucks, that's really good. And you can get this really good staff. So I would say premium plus 10 is always worth it over premium. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd say. But then if you're stuck at 30, don't go hitting plus 5 over and over again just to get to the end. Just wait and spend that money on the shop another time. Remember, they're often deals, and the deals cost about $6. So spend it on coins instead, and you'll get some really good stuff. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.